She was born on June 12, 1882 in Kempten, Bavaria, into a deeply devout Catholic family who quietly formed a soul long before the world ever noticed it. Baptized Eleanor Margaret Weiss, she showed from childhood an unusual seriousness towards God, a reverence that seemed far beyond her years. Everything changed at her first Holy Communion. In that sacred moment, the young girl experienced a profound interior union with Christ, an awareness of His living presence that never left her. From that day forward, her heart belonged wholly to Him. By the age of 16, Eleanor had already resolved to enter religious life. Under the guidance of a confessor, she sought admission to the Franciscan convent of Rudberg. Because of her youth, the sisters asked her to wait. During these intervening years, she continued her education at the Franciscan convent in Lensfred, learning needlework and becoming skilled at the ordinary tasks that quietly prepared her for a life of hidden sacrifice. In October of 1902, at 20 years old, Eleanor left the secular world behind and reapplied to Rudberg. This time she was accepted. There she received the name by which she would be known to heaven, Sister Maria Fidelis. From her earliest days in religious life, her love for the Blessed Virgin was childlike and total. She once said, "I belong to the dear Mother of God, and she is my mother." On June 21, 1904, Sister Fidelis professed her final vows. She was assigned as an organist and handwork teacher at the convent's girls' school. Outwardly, she lived like any faithful Franciscan, cheerful, obedient, attentive to her sisters and devoted to her duties. Yet within her soul, an intense supernatural life was unfolding, known almost entirely to her spiritual director, Father Johann Mühlbauer, to whom she revealed everything in obedience. Her guiding principle was simple and uncompromising: everything for Jesus and for souls. This was no mere motto. Sister Fidelis offered herself completely for the salvation of sinners, embracing voluntary sacrifice, fasting, and hidden penances. Her desire was to cooperate with Christ in rescuing souls from the wide road that leads to destruction. God responded by drawing her ever deeper into mystical union. Sister Fidelis began receiving extraordinary graces, ecstasies, heavenly visions, and the hidden stigmata. Each week, from Thursday evening through Friday, she endured the interior pain of Christ's wounds in her limbs, suffering in silence, unseen by others. Before these graces flowered fully, her soul passed through a long and harrowing purification. From approximately 1908 to 1911, she endured a profound dark night of the soul, stripped of sensible consolation and left to cling to God by faith alone. During this time, she also suffered terrifying diabolical attacks. On one occasion, she was witnessed being violently held against a pillar by invisible hands, yet she never wavered. Through suffering, she remained faithful, true to the name Fidelis. For every trial borne for the sake of sinners, God granted her deeper intimacy and divine consolation. Her union with Christ reached its summit in 1920, when she received the greatest grace possible in this life, the mystical marriage. In the presence of the Most Holy Trinity, her soul was united irrevocably to Christ. In that sublime moment, Jesus spoke to her, "You are wedded to me forever. You are mine, as I am all yours." Despite such astonishing favors, Sister Fidelis desired only obscurity. Her heart longed to disappear into God's will, unseen and forgotten. She once expressed this longing in her own words: "A little violet I want to be, which blooms silently in secret for God alone." And that is how she lived, hidden, faithful, and unremarkable to the eye of the world. After years of quiet prayer and service, Sister Maria Fidelis Weiss died on February 11, 1923, at just 40 years old. It was the feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, the mother she loved so dearly. Only at the funeral did Father Johann Mühlbauer reveal to the community the astonishing depth of her mystical life. The sisters were stunned. They had lived beside a great mystic and never known it. proof of how completely Sister Fidelis had succeeded in concealing extraordinary holiness beneath the veil of ordinary obedience and humble love. Venerable Sister Fidelis Weiss, pray for us.